who inflicted the most casualties. At Pascuccio, Corporal Henry Barrett scaled a cliff and destroyed a machine gun post. His men then fixed bayonets and wiped out other positions. Barrett himself killed 9 Germans. Captain Monty Wikirifi displayed magnificent leadership and tactics at Cassino before being severely wounded. He refused to imperil his men by being carried out. With shattered legs, he dragged himself along the ground under fire for 15 hours to safety. For 2 days on the outskirts of Popiano, under very heavy shell fire, Captain Tomwana ran between platoons, rallying and urging them on until the enemy tanks and infantry withdrew. On 4th of August, 1944, the liberation of Florence.
Our interest in Florence was exciting. I was with Colonel Owathere, and we were on the jeep, and it was sort of a competition between the 23rd Battalion and the 28th Battalion to enter Florence. And it came over the air for the battalion to take cover. Just came over. And we took cover, and then they rained the place with shelling. And I was an eyewitness to many, many of the people who came out to meet us. Died, children, women. But none of us got killed there because we understood it and we took cover.
The Maori soldiers and the Italian people rapidly acquired a liking for each other. They found much in common with communal lifestyles and a joint love of song. The Maori proved adept at learning the languages of whichever country they found themselves in. The Maori language, too, became a code which could not be broken by German intelligence. In Italy, there was humorous confusion over the Maori habit of greeting the locals. The Maori "Kia ora" sounded very similar to the Italian for "What's the time?"
Un altro uomo disse, ma questi Maori sono quelli che dicono sempre che ore sono, che ore sono. No, because a man, 2 men, 2 Italian old men, and Maori pass from there, che ora, che ora? And so the one man said, oh, it's 9 o'clock. After 5 minutes, he came back. Che ora, che ora? I told you it's 9 o'clock, but now it's 5 past 9.
Helping out the wounded, then we came across this area where a Pākehā fellow was under a carrier. Leg. And so my rabbi said to me, Padre, we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And we must get out of this place. So the I grabbed something, it looked like an axe to me anyway. So I just grabbed hold of it and cut his leg off. And threw him onto the jeep, and when no sooner we pulled out, down came the shelling. So we got over. Then Ravidi said to me, "Ehua, korora tau?" You know that A company language. Yeah. And I said, "Yes." We nearly died, eh? However, and as far as I was concerned, I think there was no hope for this fella because he was bleeding. And things like that. And I never come across him till many years after I was taken in Anzac in Waitara. Oh. And who should turn up was this fella. I did know him. And he just said to me, Or he introduced his wife. This is the man that saved me. That's it. And when he mentioned fire, as soon as he said the crossroad, off I went. And just told the story. I said, well, I'm glad that we're back. But many experiences like that took place. Because never. And then when you had the tie-up, look, the fellowship or the brotherhood in the Pākehā Māori was just so. Just so.
This pig is for the Māori Battalion, and to her new owner, she shows an almost dog-like devotion. Bringing home the wine is a responsible job. The first step in turning pig into pork, and for the onlookers, quite a cheering sight. After weeks and months on tinned bully beef, this is certainly a sight worth watching. Tomorrow will be a lovely day.
The classically beautiful city of Florence was a warm host to the Maori Battalion, as were its citizens. Fighting in the desert had not generally affected the local populations. In Italy, however, the presence of so many people living in and around the battlegrounds meant difficulty for the soldiers and danger for the innocent. The Maori soldiers had a belief in their ability to fight, as well as a deep belief in God and the hereafter. The 5 padres who served with the battalion were vital to the men's morale.
Got plenty of belts to sell.
Yes,
Yeah.
good prices for you.
You good?
Yes,
Discount?
sure. 10% discount today,
Oh, that's very good.
because it's cloudy.
At the age of 26, Wee Huata was in the front line, comforting the wounded and ministering to the dead. War forced him to redefine his faith.
Do you like this place?
Sure, it's fun.
Very good.
It's fun to sell to people. My stuff have 6 months guarantee.
I was quite clear in my mind to destroy the enemy, so I prayed that way. And I firmly believe that the Maori Battalion should go home alive. And so my prayers went that way. Destroy the enemy so that we could get home to New Zealand quickly and everybody alive. And so when the fellow used to say to me, "Hey, Padre, what about that part down so I'm not killed?" I said, "Oh, don't worry about that too much." I said, "Either you or him."
We were always prepared spiritually, and when we went into battle, we felt we had somebody watching over us. And when we came up against the enemy, well, it was either him or us. And I'm sure he felt the same way about it. That was the story behind it. And without that spiritual build-up before, and if we ever went into battle without it, well, we felt there was something wrong. Yeah. We weren't the same troops. That's how I felt it, and I'm sure the boys felt the same way.
Well, although I was behind barbed wire at that time and I wasn't with you fellas, my prayers were always for you and the battalion to get home safely, whatever happens.